Time Gal.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Time Gal. I'm your host, Kerryn Peluffo. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week on the pod, we have the one and only Kerryn Feehan. Holy smokes. This one's a doozy. We get right into it. She's so funny. You've seen her on Comedy Central. She's the co-host of Frantic. That's every Monday night, at the Stand Comedy Club in New York City. Once that gets back up and running, I'm sure you'll see her there. She's so funny. I love her to bits. And this is a fantastic episode. One of my favorites. One for the books, as they say. I don't know who said that or where it came from. Do you know, Steve? No? No, he doesn't know. I also told him specifically, do not talk. And I asked him a question. What an idiot. Anyway, thank you so much. If you want to follow Kerryn, you can follow her on Instagram and Twitter at Kerryn Feehan. KerrynFeehan. She wanted to make sure it's not Karen. What a difference. Okay. She is not a Karen. She is a Karen. Anywho, follow the pod at Caitlin Peluffo, which is me, not the pod. Follow the pod at Good Time Gal on Instagram. And I am at Caitlin Peluffo. Again, just so you get it. You know, Mama needs the followers. I don't have big tits, so I gotta, use my personality. It's not working out so great, but any help works. Any help works? Fuck. I got it. I'm just gonna get into it. She's way funnier, and I love you. Please rate, review, subscribe, and don't let this intro hinder your experience. I literally give myself 3 tries, and whatever. This is try number 3, so this is what's going out. Okay? Sorry. I love you. Bye-bye. So we're recording.
Great.
This is very, who cares?
Oh, let me turn this off, though. So we can care a little. I don't have to be such a fucking cunt.
No, you're great. You're
Okay.
great.
Right.
And it's just about drunk stories.
Oh,
Have you
love
ever
it.
been drunk before?
Caitlin Peluffo. Is your middle name Elizabeth?
No.
What's your middle name?
Constance.
Caitlin Constance? Your mom went double alliteration?
Yeah.
She went alliteration on your...
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin Constance Peluffo.
Yes.
It's a very strong name, though.
Thank you.
It's like
Caitlin
powerful.
Constance Anderson Peluffo.
Anderson Peluffo.
Yeah, but I just go by Peluffo.
What's the Anderson? Is
My
that-
mom's last name.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, very feminist. My
Keep it all. Fuck yeah.
yeah.
I'm so pissed my mom didn't keep... My mom's last name was Powers.
Oh.
Kerryn Powers would have been a good name. That, like, very porn star sounding.
Yeah, for sure.
A little Feehan's probably better. Okay,
No,
drunk
Feehan's
stories.
great. Feehan's great. Kerryn Feehan?
It's all right.
You spell your name with a Y. That's very hip.
I have to spell it really loud in Starbucks now so they know I'm not the other. I'm not a Karen.
Yeah. Oh, right. There's no E-N. It's a Y-N.
It's a Y-N and it's K-E, not K-A.
There we go. Yeah, you're completely different.
It's hard out there for Karens. I have an Aunt Karen. She has no idea, though. She's brain dead. She lives in Florida. She's like, what do you mean? What's a Karen? I'm like, just keep living your life, you dumb bitch. You fucking idiot. You deserve to be maced. No, I love her. She's great. I'm kidding.
Okay, Aunt Karen. Shout out to Aunt Karen, friend of the pod.
Let's talk drunk stories. I haven't had... I'm sorry. I want to stay on your theme.
I love that you're just jumping right in. Usually it's like, how are you? You're doing good. And you're just like, I've been drunk
so many
now.
times.
I'm drunk right now.
8 stitches in my forehead. Drunk.
What?
Oh, my God. Bodily harm.
What?
That's why I quit drinking the first time.
Yeah.
I've quit drinking 3 times now, like in a serious way. Like put together 2+ years. Like I'm over the 2-year mark now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. 2.5 years is the longest I've ever lasted. No booze.
That's great.
So yeah, I have a tattoo that says "Don't serve me" on my arm. Yes, like
let me see this.
It's in dancer script. It's in cursive, and bartenders can't read cursive anyway, so it's fine. I say that in my act. That's so shitty to say. But such a drunk. Just like I'm a true blue alcoholic. I am 100% Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody loves alcohol more than I do. Absolutely nobody. Like I'm telling you, I had like a siphon, like a droplet. What are they called? Tear droplet? A dropper.
Yeah.
I had that amount of Captain Morgan's when I was 14 years old, and I was like, everybody finger me right now. I went full. I turned into like super tornado slut. Like it's almost like my clit gets a boner. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm like a horny dog. Like I'll hump. I used to hump people.
Where's this in Florida?
Massachusetts.
So a drunk slut in Massachusetts.
In private school.
Oh,
Went
that
to Sacred
sounds
Heart.
great. Sacred Heart. Oh my God, you're like every man's wet dream.
Am I? Not anymore. Watch what 2 decades of drinking does to your face. No.
You look fantastic. You're also very small, so you drinking a lot is like
and
astounding to me. I don't know where it's going.
And well, that's probably part of the reason why I would get so blackout, so wasted. And I'm like, look, he's madly in love with you. He's trying to seduce you with his eyes.
Boy.
I'm talking about my boyfriend, not my dog. Cut it out, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff's sitting right in the middle. He's like, who's going to pet me first?
He's just staring at you.
Yeah.
He has an erection. Okay. Yeah. So, like, what was I just going to say about it? I'm small, and my go-to booze, like when I drink, will be like, I would order a double Jameson and ginger. Like there's no easing into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, how can I get the drunkest, the fastest? And I would just pull my tits out, do crazy stuff. One year I was dressed like, it was a Halloween, and I was dressed like Audrey Hepburn.
Oh, that's fun. That's very you.
I went all out. I probably spent over $100, and this is when I was very poor on my fucking costume. I had the cigarette holder.
Oh, Breakfast at Tiffany's Audrey Hepburn. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Flipped the bangs over. Like I had a ponytail, but I made it into bangs.
That's great. Very creative.
So, and I worked a shift at Sushi Samba, where I used to work.
Okay.
Dressed as Audrey Hepburn. Everything's going fine.
So far, so good.
Paid like $400. Big night. Then we go to party at this place called Express. I'm not even sure if it's still, I hope it's still there. It's this French restaurant on 19th and Park.
Okay. Because it makes me think of the clothing store.
I know, but it's not.
Very trashy clothes.
Yeah.
I
know. So many pinstripe high-waisted pants. Who's wearing? You're just dressing the girls that work here. Nobody wants to wear this.
No.
So so I slowly get drunk throughout the night. Still finish my shift. We go next door, and I just start getting even more and more wasted. The ponytail bangs have just flipped out, like they're pointing like perpendicular from my forehead, like something about Mary, like stiff. And I keep going up to like every guy I'm trying to fuck. I'm like, fix my bangs. Can you fix my fucking bangs? And then I ended up still holding, because there's a picture of it somewhere. I need to find it. Still holding the cigarette holder in a pile of garbage on Park Avenue. Pile of garbage. I would fall upstairs. I would go on such benders. I remember one 4th of July weekend. I came back to my boyfriend at the time's apartment. He wasn't home yet. His roommate, who he lived with, found me on the stairs because I had fallen up the stairs, busted my lip open, broke my nose, like broken nose. And then she's like, she was British. She's like, oh, and she was always trying to fuck him. It was so annoying. He had this British roommate, and we'd be like watching TV, and you'd hear in the other room, his name was Lawrence. She'd be like, Lawrence, I'm trying to make a proper stir fry, but I can't reach my beans. And I would be like, she's trying to fuck him. I hate her.
Stir fry my ass. I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to make a proper fry. I hate her. Anyway, she saved my life one night. Anyway, she's like, and I probably would have died on those steps if she hadn't dragged me upstairs. Oh. But this is what I would do. I would wake up still drunk, right? And like keep going. Like that day I had a shift. I woke up and he finally came home. He's like, look at yourself. He's like, look at yourself in the mirror. My whole lip was busted. I had 2 black eyes because I had a broken nose.
Oh my God.
I was like, whatever, man. I have to work. I had to go work at Sushi Samba again. And this is a different time though. And I put on red lipstick just over my busted lip. I'll send you the picture. So if you like tweet this, you can be like, she's not even making this up. Worked a shift from 11 to 4, kept drinking, and then went to a barbecue after, kept drinking. So like, and I'm in these pictures. You would think I was thought I was a model.
You're giving mad like, ooh.
Yes. I'm like, oh, my lips are never going to be this puffy again. It's like, you need stitches. Like, you're fucking... You're a mess. I hope you sanitize this mic because I just got COVID all over it.
Okay, good. Cough on it too. It'll be fine. I actually have wipes that I wipe them down, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, dude. So many drunk stories.
I mean, it's not great, but I love these because we all have them. Yeah. They exist.
I love them. I love them too. Like being drunk. as much as I like, I can't, right? Like I'm an alcoholic. I know that logically, cerebrally.
Yeah.
But the thing about like addicts and alcoholics or whatever, that there's this little tiny voice in the back of our head that never really goes away. That'll just once in a while be like, you could just have one.
Oh, I know.
You can just have a Sauvignon Blanc. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But with that being said, I've had so many fun nights.
Yeah.
But I've also had really embarrassing stuff. Like there is also video footage of me picking a booger and eating it.
How old were you when you did this?
28. Like 29. Old. Old enough to not eat your booger. But I was hammered and somebody dared me. Oh, if I'm drunk, you dare me to do anything.
Wait, who did this and then filmed it? What monster?
I used to work at this place called Public House.
I know Public House.
Do you?
All the hot people work at Public House.
Really? I worked there I think I was fired.
She's too hot.
yeah. That was it. I got my first night there. This is It's crazy that I didn't get fired on my first night. Because it was legit my first day. I had like trained during lunch and I picked things up really fast. So like by dinner time, they were like giving me tables. They were like, you're great, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden they're like, the cocktail waitress didn't show up. So it was like 3 separate shifts. Lunch, dinner, cocktail waitress would work from like say 10 to 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I was just like sampling the beers, getting to know the menu, if you will.
Of course. Yeah, we'll put that in quotes.
So
getting to know the menu.
Learning about the origins of the wine.
Oh, this one is German.
No, I know, right? Read the back. It's a fucking Pinot Grigio from New Jersey, you stupid. I was just like, give me it. Drinking it. So I think I was already slightly intoxicated. And they're like, do you want to work this cocktail shift? It's probably like an extra couple $100, It's just cash and carry. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was like, I'm just kind of tired. Can I get like a drink, to like give me a little energy? And this is what was great about all these I'm sorry. Maybe I lost a decade or whatever. But I had so much fucking fun working. I was a waitress for like a decade. Like a waitress, bartender, like Upper East Side, like Brooklyn, West Village. I got fired so much. Upper West Side. I worked at Nona and Firehouse. I worked at Moe's Caribbean on the Upper East Side. That was my first job. Oh my God, I used to get so drunk. I'd pour booze down people's throats. I was like 19. It's just like I'd be like, go Red Sox. Like you're like, what are you talking about?
She's a sports fan now.
It was a sports bar, and I would be like, I would always be really proud about the Red Sox or whatever, and then I would get blackout, and I would wake up the next day in a Yankees jersey, like next to some guy who was like, duh, stupid.
You're like, I'm not upset about the sleeping with you. I'm upset that you're a Yankees fan.
100%. I'm like, I have a fucking Jeter jersey on right now. What the fuck? Oh, my pussy hurts.
So what happened at Public House?
So much fun. So Public House, this is after I've been fired. So I work the shift. I'm like, give me the shift, but give me a drink. An hour into my shift, I am blackout. It's cash and carry. Do you know what I mean by that? I would bring someone a drink, and it would cost maybe $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $11, $12. They would give me a $20 bill, and I had my own little cash bank.
Oh no! You had to do cash math. Oh God!
On the fly, while wasted, hammered, drunk, like dressed like a whore. An hour into my shift, I'm wasted. Lynette. And I really hope she listens to this. I love her so much. She's like, I think she had like quintuplets. Like, she's so hot, was a great boss, super fun. She comes up to me and she goes, I'm blackout. She's like, where is your money? Like, where's your envelope with your thing? And I looked at her and I go, it's in a secret place. I don't remember doing this. She told me this the next day, like the next shift. This is crazy. I didn't get fired. She's like, Kerryn, everybody's freaking out because like it's the end of the shift. Like, my sales were probably like $1,000 or something. And they're like, where is this money? Where's all this money? And eventually it was found. But she kept asking me. I guess at one point I flicked her in the forehead.
Oh my God. On your first day.
On my first day. I assaulted my new boss.
And what a passive aggressive.
Right.
Boop.
Exactly. Hey, I'm the new girl. Boop. Didn't get fired. So crazy.
That's incredible.
But yes, kept working there. That was my first shift. And yeah, that place was just so much fun. And it was a bunch of like hot chicks. And it was like, now that I think about it, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's attractive.
Hot dudes. The dudes were hot but dumb. I'm like, who did I get involved with there? We all fucked this one guy named Tom who's engaged now. Congrats.
Congrats, you gave us all HPV.
Yeah, thank you so much. Enjoy your new life.
I mean, that's what it is with restaurants. You sleep with everybody.
Yes.
You drink constantly.
Right.
Drugs are everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a party. I think, I don't know if I lost a decade, but I lost a good 6-7 years.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And where were you waitressing?
Yeah, waitressing and bartending in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to grad school, and then right out of grad school, I started working in restaurants, and that was a blast.
So fun.
It's so fun.
I know.
It's so fun. It wasn't until I started doing comedy that I was like,
we can reel this in a little.
Yeah,
because we're having adult fun.
Yeah.
It's a little more productive.
Yeah. Makes me feel better.
Better, right? Positive, creative. Like there's something I can like say, like put my name on. Like we would just stay up all night doing blow, playing categories, and coming up with plans. Just like we're gonna write this play, we're gonna do this. 'Cause I right out of college, I've lived in New York forever. I'm 100 years old.
You look like you're 12, so
I
you're
am
doing great.
112 years old. I'm so old. I've lived here for like 15 years. So right out of college, or when I was actually still in college, I got cast in this off-Broadway show, and I was getting paid $75 a performance. And we were going Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I think that was like my only income. And I was still kind of in school. Yeah. But we would go right across the street to the bar and just spend the $75 that we just made getting wasted. Yeah. Again, just the most fun ever. Yeah. I had to celebrate my fake 21st birthday there. Or no. I had to pretend I was turning 22. This is what it was. I had to and they got me a cake. The bar got me a cake. But it was really my 21st birthday. But I've been drinking underage there for like 6 months.
So you had to pretend, 22.
I remember like 22, which is kind of like looking back, kind of like irks me. Like even like, I'm glad that I wasn't really into, I'm so old. Like social media was, I think maybe Facebook was around, but my 21st birthday, there was the number 22 everywhere. The bar got me a cake.
That's very sweet. They loved you. You're beloved.
They love me. Even though I would like steal pool cues from them sometimes. I would always bring them back. I'd be like, sorry about that.
Why would you take the pool cues?
I would put them in the back of the cab. Would you ever do that?
No. Did you ever steal a pool cube from of course. No. Yes. No.
Or do you ever wake up next to like a traffic cone or like a milk crate? Those are easy to steal. Milk crates are fun. Because in my blackout, I'd be like, furniture. I'm going to sit on this. I'm going to need to sit on this at some point. Why not? You know,
I love it. Oh my God, traffic cones? How is that a furniture?
No, yeah, that was that was a different kind of seat.
Oh yeah, for the lonely nights when the Yankee fans were not around.
One night, and this is Kerryn Feehan, Chrissy Mayer, and a few other, my friend Davina Grant Sparkle, a few other burlesque dancers, all and Tiana Miller.
Okay.
Do you know Tiana Miller? She hasn't done comedy in a little while, but she's fucking hilarious. And she has MS and she drinks too much, and I hope she hears this. All these women shoved me into a newspaper dispenser on 2nd Avenue and 7th Street in front of this bar because I was like drunk. And I think this was a relapse, I think. This was like maybe like I had been sober before and like this was a relapse type of situation. Yeah. But I was being okay and I was like having fun with it. So everybody was like, yeah, let's shove her in here.
And you fit?
A little. They couldn't get it shut.
Oh, thank God.
But I was in.
Hopefully someone has quarters to get you out.
I know. You can't afford this. You can't read. So many drunk stories. When I got the 8 stitches in my forehead.
Yeah, what happened there?
I was attending a Sean Donnelly show. Sean Donnelly and Kevin McCaffrey used to run this show on 1st Avenue at this Irish bar. I forget what it's called. I was drinking at the Treehouse, which was this open mic I used to do every Tuesday, I think. And just Jameson on the rocks. Yeah. Like I have no business. I have 5, 6.
Where does it go?
It doesn't. In my brain. It goes to my brain and turns the lights off.
Yeah.
It's like literally drowns my brain. And I watched the show. I laughed. I had fun. And then I think I had a couple more drinks there, and I went out, and I don't really know exactly what happened, but I just tripped, and I fell on my head just so hard.
Oh.
And I like was knocked out
because
I remember like kind of coming to, and everybody's like, we're going to call an ambulance. We're going to call an ambulance. And I was like, no. I don't have health insurance. I don't need any of that. Fucking. And I was like, I'll just hold it. Wait, that was that time, right? Yeah. And then my ex-boyfriend at the time, same one who I had fallen up the stairs with, comes to the hospital. Okay. I'm there with another open micer dude. Whoops. The doctors are like, she's being crazy, just like screaming crazy shit at the top of her lungs. We should sedate her, but we haven't yet. And they like drained my head. I had like a goose egg on my forehead. I had just luckily, I had just cut my own bangs.
Thank God. Cosmo magazine to the rescue. This is how you cut your own bangs.
Like drunk on margarita. So I was like, oh, this is great. I'll just flop these over this big goose egg. I did like a set at the Pit.
Really?
Like the next night.
Oh my God.
I mean, I wasn't getting like really quality spots yet. So
No. How long have you been doing stand-up?
100 years.
Oh. Well, you
a
look
long
12.
Time. A long time.
Yeah.
I just like, I started doing stand-up when I was still drinking.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of like every night was a little bit of a party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the part about stand-up that people don't talk about enough is the you have to hang out with your friends at a bar.
Yeah.
And what are you going to... And everybody's feeding each other.
Yep.
So everybody's getting more and more shit-faced.
Yes.
I mean...
It's so fun.
It's so fun.
I mean, who's more fun to be around than fucking comics?
Yeah.
Like, nobody.
No. We're the best.
We're the best. We're so much better than you guys listening to this.
Yeah, like you, Tom. Fuck you, Tom.
Fuck you, Tom.
Did you ever hook up? Did you hook up a lot with people at your restaurants?
Yes.
Yeah?
That's when you get into these like sort of ethnicities you never knew you were attracted to. There was a very tall Mexican named Alberto that didn't hit it, but like we like made out. We got very close. And then there was Shoichi from Sushi Samba. Gorgeous, Pacific, hairless Asian. Ugh. I was in love with him.
Yeah. What happened?
He was not in love with me. I think we were both sort of going through like quitting drinking, and then we'd relapse quitting drinking.
Yeah.
And we could never get on the same.
Yeah.
So we were always like either like drunk and fucking or like sober and fucking and weirded out by how much that meant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, sober sex, like that's gotta be really, you must like that person.
That's what it is. Like, especially if you're both sober the first time, it's like that feels like such a decision that you made, not a mistake. Like it feels like you both went into it like eyes open, as opposed to like waking up like, well, that felt really good, but what's your name again?
So I want to know more about young Kerryn.
Really?
With a Y. Yeah. I mean, because
she's gone.
She sounds like high school Kerryn sounds like a
school.
blast. Were you cool in high school? You seem like you were cool in high school.
I was. Thank you very much for noticing. Because it wasn't easy to be cool in high school. I don't care what anybody says. There was a fucking minefield out there. These bitches are mean.
Yes.
And it's not the boys. The boys don't know how to be mean yet. I mean, some of them do. But like, my nickname was Flat Feehan. That was the thing. Did you ever
because of your boobs?
Yes. Do you ever get hurled insults like out of nowhere when you're on like the playground? Do you remember?
Yeah. I was always the lava monster.
The lava monster?
Huge. I was huge. So I was always the lava monster. And I broke my nose trying to chase Jared McGrew.
Fuck you, Jared.
Because I loved him. And he called my name. And I turned around too fast. And I ran into a pole and broke my nose. I don't think about it every day.
Oh my God, yes you do. I remember people like the boys would like buzz by with like an insult. They would be like, "Hey, Feehan, you know why you're a carpenter's dream?" And I'm like, "What?" Because you're flat as a board and easy to nail. And they were like, "What? Son of a bitch! They're preparing material." Like I can't like. Then they wouldn't like stick around. So high school, it was hard to be cool in high school. I was in all the plays.
Yeah.
I was the lead in all the plays, and I was the captain of the speech and debate team.
Oh, wow.
So those are two not cool activities. Most of the cool people did fucking track, played sports,
Yeah.
and were like smart.
Yeah.
That was sort of the cool crew, and it was mostly girls. Mine was an all-girls school that guys went to.
How does that work?
I mean, that's how I would just describe it. It was just like our girls' sports was awesome. There were other all-boys private schools that other boys, I think, that were smarter and wealthier went to.
Yeah. You got the poor rich boys.
Exactly. Do you know Jenny Slate?
Yes.
So she went to Milton Academy when I was at Sacred Heart. We competed against each other in speech and debate.
Ooh.
I beat her in states.
Oh, it's on record, baby.
But that was like the rich kids' high school.
Yeah.
Like that school costs, I think, $30,000 a year to go to.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, so Jenny Slate is rich?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, my
Very.
goodness.
I'm going to eat some of this cheese.
You know what? Good for her. You eat the cheese.
Yeah.
So, were you partying in high school? Because I didn't party in high school. I was
not
very
at
lame.
all.
No, I was very lame. What about you?
We started ordering booze when I was like a freshman, like from the seniors, and they would get it from like their older brothers and sisters. And I would order a handle of Captain Morgan.
Oh, gross.
I weighed 89 pounds.
Yeah.
Like it was just the goofiest shit. And people would
Yeah.
just let me do it, but like, yeah. And then, they let me do it because I would take like a cap full of it and then be wasted.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve, it was like this. Everybody's gonna know exactly how old I am when I say this. I was 16, and it was the millennium, or it was 2000.
Oh, right. Okay.
And like to me, that was just like a fucking Taylor Swift song. I'm like, I have to do something this year. Like I have to get drunk. And this is how I explained it to my mom after I did it. I was like, I was 16, and the millennial meme was happening. That's when you're 16 and you're drunk in a gazebo. That's what happened. We went to my friend Sean's house. I stole booze from my parents.
Kerryn.
I know.
Oh.
But listen, what a fucking idiot. I would pour like a shot in like 6 different water bottles of all these different boozes because I thought that they wouldn't have noticed then. I wouldn't get caught if I just took like a little bit from a bunch of different bottles. But then when you just do shots of 7 different types of liquor, brandy, vodka, Captain Rum, like vomit. Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording. We're almost out of battery.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
God
Finish
damn
the
it.
story. Finish the story.
But like, just started vomiting. Like, I mean, it was maybe drunk for 1 second. You know what I mean? I was like, poison. Now I barf. Smoked a tiny bit of weed. And then I remember there was 4 boys that were carrying me in and out of the house because they were drunk high school kids too. And they were like, Kerryn needs to hang. And I was like, I'm passed out. I'm dead. They would carry me to the gazebo and they just like smoked. And they were like, Feehan, you want to smoke? And I was like, puking. My mom picks me up the next day. I get in the front seat. She's like, hey, how was the party? And I was like, oh, it's pretty fun.
Oh, no.
Not barf, but just audible dry heaves.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I don't give a shit, Kerryn. I don't care what you fucking drank, you fucking lowlife. You're going to brunch with your grandfather. Suck it up.
I love you.
So that was that.
Did you have boyfriends in high school?
I had one boyfriend, Tom Harrington.
Yeah.
My second Tom.
Another Tom.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You really loved Facebook. No, MySpace.
MySpace. That's funny. That was one of my Tom's nicknames. He used to hang out with these rappers in Atlanta. This is my last boyfriend who does not want me to talk about him. I'm so fucking sick of that. Like,
yeah.
he saw me on a fucking podcast. You messaged me knowing what I do.
Oh, well then, yeah, he's getting talked about.
We dated for a year and a half. He untagged me from every picture, took down every picture of us, asked me to untag him in every picture.
Oh,
whatever.
my God.
I just can't. But anyway, Tom Harrington in high school, he was great.
Okay.
I got drunk. He fingered me. He was like my first like guy that was like good at fingering me. We tried to have sex, but my vagina was too small and he wasn't like aggressive about it. Like he was like, I just can't fit my penis in your vagina, so I guess
what
we
a
can't.
nice guy,
right? I fucking then Louis J. Gomez. I tell him that story. He's like, I would have got it. I would have fit it in. Psycho.
That is upsetting.
No shit. He's a rapist. Edit that. So.
Oh, you think I can edit? This is. I'm so bad at it. This is all going in.
Good. I'll fucking tweet at him about it too. He's a son of a bitch. He's a son of a bitch. I got drunk in front of Tom, and I like embarrassed him in high school because I was like in a van one time, remember, and I was like screaming, "Tom, come finger me, come finger me," and everybody's like, "Your girlfriend's crazy." So
It sounds like she's just a down ass chick.
I know.
I mean, why are you embarrassed, Tom?
I know. Get over it.
Yeah.
I was banned from the stand because I was drunk. Did I tell you that story?
No, you didn't. Oh, please.
This is
give me the dish.
This is
Actually, I think you did tell me that
have I
briefly.
yeah.
But there was no story behind it. You were just like, "Oh, I just got back." And I was like,
It's like a professional vacation.
Yeah.
Did you? So me, Micah Fox, and myself.
Oh, another dream angel.
Isn't she fun?
She's so fun.
It's so like we've had the best of times and yet also the worst of times, like with my drinking. But we got drunk one night, got a little blow.
What's that?
And we're like, let's go to the stand. Like we're like starting to like, do okay in comedy. We can go to comedy places. We're like fucking comedians. Let's go hang out at the stand. Get so drunk. Show up drunk, get even drunker. Mike is like in the kitchen, like doing blow. I'm like, why are you in the kitchen? Start talking to Patrick Milligan. Had like never talked to Patrick before. I don't think I had ever had a conversation with him before in my life. And I was in a full-on blackout, and I do not remember this conversation.
Oh, no.
But apparently he was talking about his cat, and I just called him a fat F word.
Kerryn!
I know. Like, you're going to just march up to the booker and say that? Like, what are you doing? Like, have you ever heard of, like, a more, like, professional suicide, like, so quickly? Like, how can I just burn it all to the ground?
Yeah. And so he banned you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You were clearly joking?
No, I just was a mess. It was good. It was good for me. It was a good thing because there were consequences. Like I needed consequences.
Yeah.
And I care more about comedy than I do about partying.
Yeah.
So if it's like something has to go, it'll be the partying.
Yeah.
So it was good for me. And then I just started doing roast battles, and I started, just like getting better, working harder. It gave me something to work towards too. Yeah. I fucking love the stand. That's like where I've always wanted to perform.
Yeah. Of course.
So it was good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I had this water.
Have that water.
What a beautiful little.
It should be cold. Cold water, right? So
that little dash of lemon. Oh my goodness.
Do you like that? You can squeeze it more too.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna squeeze this
get
lemon.
Wild.
Wow. It feels good. Oh, I feel so powerful. Squishing that lemon. Now my hand's sticky.
She did squeeze the shit out of it, you guys. Do you want a paper towel?
No, I'm good. I have jeans.
I keep them over there. I have jeans. In my body.
I'm pretty classy.
I will wipe anything on myself.
Oh my God. So where did you go to college?
Marymount, Manhattan. Oh, this is good too. I got kicked out of 2 dorms.
Kerryn, I love you more and more with every tale you yearn.
Kicked out of 2 dorms. Like my parents were spending money to keep me in these dorms, and day 1, I was vomiting on the front steps. Our dorms were in this luxury building on 55th between 2nd and 3rd. They weren't nice. Like they had us like on top of each other, like fucking through like 3 bunk beds. It would be like maybe what would be a 2-bedroom, but it was awful. The flooring was just gross, and there was a kitchen and a bathroom, so it felt like a dorm. Yeah, it felt like a dorm, but because there was like a luxury building attached to us, like people who lived 10 floors above us or whatever, it was a dry dorm. Okay. And they were very serious about that. No booze, I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, I'm again, like same mentality. It's like I'm 16. It's the millennium. I'm like, I'm in college. This is New York. I'm getting drunk. Yeah. I would just make sangria. Like, so I would like bring home like bottles of wine. And one time I got caught at like a duffel bag, and it was like clink, 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 clink. Yeah. And the security guard was like, "Can you stop? Let me see what's in your bag." And I was like, "Fuck!" And that was like a $60 haul. So I got written up. I smoked weed, and then I did one more thing, and I got community service, 90 hours. So
from the school or from the state?
From the school.
Okay.
From the school. And then it was like, I'd been there for 2 years, and I was sort of like racking up problems. And then it was the summertime, and I would always take summer and winter classes because I never wanted to go home. No offense to my parents, but I never wanted to go home. I just wanted to stay in the city. And so I was taking a summer class at a different dorm on like 92nd and 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for the summer, and then I applied to live there the next year. So what would have been my junior year.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a letter from the school. It's like, you're no longer welcome in our housing.
Oh my God.
So that's like, then you're like 19. You're like, I got to pay my own rent. Like,
Yeah.
I need to apply for an apartment, get a job that pays a little more money. I was working at a tanning salon.
Oh my gosh.
So then, yeah, I just moved in with 3 other chicks. We got this
Uh-huh.
apartment on the Upper East Side. I shared a bedroom with Jane Della Penna. Jane the Brain Della Penna. Fucking love her.
I love your nicknames. Very
Oh,
fun.
She was, that's her name. Oh, Jane the Brain. I'm like, that's her name.
It's like, what a middle name. Sure beats Constance.
But she like smokes. She smokes cigarettes. She fucking talks like this. She's some dirty jers. She gets wicked tan in the summertime. And her and I, we'd like fuck dudes like across from each other. Like we'd like air high five. Like we were just slobs. Like you never would see our floor. It was just covered in all of our shit. We would wear each other, so we would have no idea. We were like, is that yours? Is that mine? Is this my underwear? Is this your underwear? We were like one person. We were one drunk mess for 2 years. We would crack beers in the morning. Jane used to bring me beer in the shower. She was the best. She's like, I have rehearsal. She's like, Kara, you have rehearsal? I was like trying to be an actress and like a functioning alcoholic. She's like, Kara, no, you have rehearsal. You want a beer?
She sounds like a good friend.
We had a great time that eventually like devolved. Like, you know, relationships turned bad. We all love each other now. It's funny that the 4 of us who used to live together, we all still like chat.
Mm-hmm.
But we are very different
Yeah.
than we were.
Well, everybody grows and morphs,
Hopefully.
as they say. Morphs is more of it. You don't need to. Growing is
Hard.
presumptuous.
Yes. It's hard.
Growing takes therapy and insurance.
Yes.
Yeah, but you've morphed. And what's Jane doing now?
She's doing really well. I follow her on Instagram. I don't know exactly what she's doing professionally, but she looks like she's living her life. She's really tan.
She's really tan, wicked tan.
Wicked tan. She has a Jeep. She loves her Jeep. She's always tagging her Jeep on Instagram. I'm like, get it. She's an American girl. Good for you. I mean, that's like, I think she is living her dream. Like, I think she loves being a Jersey girl, and she loves being tan. She loves going to the beach.
Yeah.
She loves the summertime.
I mean,
And all winter, she posts about that.
that's great. She's thriving,
She's great.
especially now.
But then our other friend, Crystal, has like 2 kids, like married, like living in Chicago. Or I think she just moved more burbsy.
Good for her. You know,
And
it's
then-
not for all of us.
No. And then my other roommate, Amanda, is in LA and does like this like raw fitness nutrition thing. She's like a health coach. She's like a genius when it comes to like gut healing.
Oh, what a face you just made.
I mean,
What the hell is gut healing?
like she had IBS or SIBO. I don't know how you say that.
IBS is irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah.
She's pooping.
Bo-
She's pooping.
She has poopy problems.
Okay.
She
Poopy
used to.
prob.
But yeah, she's just it's just so funny how you think back to like what you were in college and you never know what you're going to turn out.
Oh, for sure. I don't even remember that girl. She was nuts. I drank a lot in college. I didn't
Did
drink at all
you?
in high school, and then I really
Kicked it up a notch.
oh boy.
Where'd you go?
UC San Diego.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I went to Tijuana. Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
I've known people that went to Tijuana and didn't come back.
Really?
Yeah. Kevin Barnett.
Oh shit. Well, I've never
Sorry
met
to
him.
be such a downer.
Yeah, rest in peace, Kev.
Oh my god. Go from laughing to really sad, Karen.
Great.
That's
This
what people
water's
Water.
great. Oh my.
I know.
I love the lemon. It's just so sour. It's wonderful.
So you drank a lot in college?
I drank a lot in college, but I mean, who didn't?
Yeah.
So, what was the catalyst for you to stop drinking? Was it the stand?
That was one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I stopped drinking after Sean's show and this happened, and probably didn't drink for 2.5 years, and then I think I relapsed. When I relapse, I mean that's what I call it, but it's basically I just go back to drinking for a year.
Yeah.
Like I don't pop out of it that fast.
Yeah.
I think I do, and I try to, and I want to, and like sometimes I'll like put 30 sober days together in the middle of a relapse, and then, but I wouldn't have like really fully been on board.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. I'm like very happy that I don't drink now.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been I either would have died or like the quarantine would have been really challenging for me
Yeah.
if I was drinking.
Yeah. That's great.
So,
Yeah.
but fuck, I used to have so much fun.
No.
Wait, I was going to tell you something.
Okay. Think.
We were talking about high school. Oh, this is funny. One time, this was my 20th birthday.
Oh, this is okay. Great.
Living in the dorms. Still hadn't been kicked out yet. Party USA. Wake up on my birthday. My roommate, Jessica Philbin at the time. Fucking great chick. I don't know what the hell she's doing. I haven't talked to her in over a decade.
I love that you know so many people's last names.
If people like made a like an I felt like there was a bug on me. I live in
Nope.
squalor.
Just your hair.
Psycho.
I see your face. Nothing crawling on it.
I'm on acid. I've never done acid. My brain's too fragile. Just scared.
I mean, just like you drink so much, you have
Yeah.
a great memory.
I've
It's
had
incredible.
multiple concussions. I do struggle with things sometimes, like retaining certain information where I feel like I've read this, I've known this, I've learned this, and then I won't be able to like jog it or whatever.
Yeah.
I've had like 8 concussions, but one time in college. Okay, let me finish this first story.
Okay. Then I got to ask about 8 concussions.
Yes, that's I
You
do.
think we're not circling back? You're crazy.
Oh. So this time, I wake up and it's my 20th birthday. I think it's either my 19th or 20th. My mom was like in the hospital. She just got a hysterectomy and like she wasn't doing well. And I think I was supposed to go away or no. Oh, what happened was I was supposed to go away for spring break. My mom got sick, so I went home instead. So that was March. My birthday's in May. My mom goes, I feel bad about that. You can go to Bloomingdale's with my credit card. I'm like, fuck yeah. I wake up. I don't know what time it is, 9:10 in the morning. Jessica Philbin has a big bottle of Captain Morgan on the table with a big red bow on it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm getting fucking wasted. She's like, happy birthday, bitch. Yeah. It's just so fun. We get so drunk. We go to Central Park. We're just drunk in the park. I have on this white skirt. I piss it. I just piss it because I don't feel like going to the bathroom.
You piss in your white skirt?
All over it. All over it. Don't care. Wear it for the rest of the day. Walk by a cop, threw my flowers. Somebody had given me flowers. I threw flowers at a cop on a horse. That was brought up later. Jessica would remind me that of a lot. Remember you threw flowers at a cop? You're psycho. We go to Bloomingdale's. I spend $1,000. I bought a Marc Jacobs jacket. I bought the wrong size bikini. I just was tearing up. Everywhere I would go, like different department, I'd be like, I'm an authorized buyer. Ring it up. Ring it up. Hammered. My mom was like, what the fuck? That was a good one. The concussions just kept happening. The forehead was one. The falling up the stairs and I broke my nose was another one. When I one time I went to a bar and I wasn't even that drunk yet. Oh, that's a lie. I drank a bottle of red wine by myself.
I wasn't even that drunk yet. I was drinking wine.
By myself, bottle of red wine. Got there, did 1 shot of tequila. Which is just like, and then I was going to do another one, and I went to hoist myself up on a stool, and I missed and just hit the back of my head so hard.
Oh no!
That I was just sort of like out, right? My friend's trying to get me home, and like I couldn't tell her where the dorms were. I forgot my address.
Oh no!
She's like, at one point, you're like, I don't want to go home. I want to party.
Oh no!
I fell off my bunk bed.
Oh, I've done that. That's terrifying.
One time I was just moaning, I remember, in my bunk bed. And again, same girl, Jessica Philbin, because I've had a concussion. I was in so much pain that I couldn't move, but I couldn't do nothing. Like I had to release the pain in some way.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, moaning until for probably an hour. I don't know. Until finally she comes up, she like taps me on the shoulder and she's like, you can't be fucking moaning, dude.
I don't care how much pain you're in. You can't be fucking moaning.
Oh my
Is this
God.
the one that you had sex next to?
No, this was
Oh,
college.
okay.
This was before I got kicked out of the dorms.
I feel like the other one would have been like, you can moan.
Yeah.
I've heard you moan.
She's like, oh, we're moaning? Ah!
Oh, we're moaning?
I'm trying to think of all the crazy shit.
Oh. So you're completely sober now?
I smoke pot.
Oh yeah.
I believe in marijuana management, and a lot of sober people don't, and that's fine.
Yes. Whatever works for you. I feel like sobriety is definitely your own making.
I hope. Yeah, I like to think that. I like to
Mhm.
think that I just try not to do anything that. I mean, as long as I don't drink, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. Everything's
good.
chill. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing great. What's it been, 2.5 years now?
Not 2.5 quite, but it was 2 years on July 10th.
That's great.
Right?
Congrats.
Or was it 2 years May 10th?
Don't serve me.
I
I
know.
love that tattoo.
Thanks. And then I have a ballerina on my shoulder, and she's sort of shaped like. At first, I was like, "Oh, this is like the AA symbol," but then I stopped going to AA, so it's just a ballerina now.
Why? I hear some people love AA, some people hate it.
I use it probably the wrong way. I always go to AA like when I'm coming back, like after a relapse, to sort of. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'll usually like share and like cry and have like a big release, and then I'm able to like pick up the pieces and move forward in like my own way. AA is like a second job sometimes. Like it depends on like not everybody, but and I think that's why it works, and I think that's why it's good. But there's just like a lot of like it's community, it's service.
Yeah.
You know, it's even though we're addicts, we sort of the more you work the program, the more acts of service you do. So you're sort of like a volunteer.
Yeah.
While it's helping you maintain, it's like a work study.
Okay.
So while it's helping you maintain your sobriety, you're working and you're sharing and you're listening and you're spending, you know, sometimes an hour a day dedicated to your alcoholism.
Yeah.
And that's just not really my vibe.
No, for sure.
But I get it, and I think it's good. I have no criticism.
Yeah. It's just not for you.
I wish I was like a little more active. Maybe it would be good. Maybe I'll get there someday. One more relapse. I'm like the king of AA. Hey! I'm like handing out flyers. People are like, we don't have a problem. I'm like, come on. Come on. I'm the new president.
Oh,
you know?
Well, it sounds like you're doing great. You're killing it.
Yeah, I do. You like can drink like an adult?
Yeah, sometimes. No,
Yeah?
but like I've embarrassed myself a good amount of times.
Really?
And but I will say like comedy really helped me plateau.
Yeah.
Just because I don't like being drunk on stage.
Right.
And I'm lucky to have a good amount of spots, so I don't drink until after. And then I drive, and I'm so terrified of getting a DUI that I don't drink until I get home. So then I have like a glass of wine or two. Oh. Yeah, I never
you're like the most responsible person ever.
Well, I mean, but then like I'll have a night at home and I'll be like, margaritas for everybody, and then I just get hammered for no reason.
But it's like, how are your hangovers? Wow, wow.
That dog just presented his.
I've never like a
butthole.
Silver platter. Just offered up his extended asshole to Kerryn Feehan.
I am honored. Tail up and everything. He was really like hoping to get checked.
I know. He's like, come and get it. I've been working out. You're a hoe. You get this from me.
I stopped drinking for like 2 weeks now because during quarantine, I was just drinking. I had nowhere to go, nothing to do. I drank like, between my boyfriend and I, we'd drink like a bottle and a half of wine a night. Yeah. And it was every single day.
Right.
And so I was like,
that's what I would, that's controlled sounding to me.
Oh, really?
If I was drinking during this, I would be like just 24 hours, like I would be like drinking like nips and like throwing them out like on the street. Like I would just have a constant flow of booze. Like, so, I think a lot of people were probably pretty similar to that.
Yeah. And what really made me stop wasn't like, oh no, I'm drinking. It was like, oh my God, I gained 10 pounds.
Vanity will get you every fucking time.
Oh yeah.
But that is the quickest way to shed it, though. It's like, just cut out the booze.
I've already lost 9 pounds.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane. I drink a lot.
How are your hangovers?
I drink a lot of water.
Lucky. That's smart.
That's but in high school and grad school, it was a mess.
Really?
Like lose. And then I hit 30 and I would lose like 2 days. I would be and then I was feeling terrible, and then I wasn't exercising. It really just fed each other.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but
you're
then
athletic. I feel like being healthy and strong.
Oh, you're so sweet.
No, I think I get that vibe from you.
I was really athletic in college.
I mean, it's
and
still
in high
there.
school.
Then it's all there.
Yeah, and I know what it takes to be thin and fit.
Yep.
And I hate it.
Yep.
I absolutely hate doing it.
But that's
so I don't.
Even when you did it, did you hate it though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reason that stopped my soccer career, was because I hated working out.
That's my ballet. A couple of reasons. They told me, they're like, you're never going to be a prima ballerina. Your leg doesn't, like, physically, like, your leg doesn't go high enough. I mean, I was in the Boston Ballet in, like, the professional track. So, like, just like the stakes were higher or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so they told you when you were 13 or 14, you know, because your parents are spending a shit ton of money, like,
yeah,
is this investment worth it? And they were like, you're too short. Like, ballerinas are 5'10", they have small heads. I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm fucking 14. Like, and that's when they told me, when you hit puberty, they were like, your leg's never gonna go high enough. Your arch isn't that good. They were like, you're a great dancer. Like, you move, like, you know, your technique is excellent. You could be like the first Willie, which are the backup dancers in this ballet called Giselle. And like, that's when I heard that. I was the first Willie. I was like, fuck this noise. Yeah. Mind you, I'm also like getting in trouble every class for making everybody laugh and like fucking never shut up and like didn't like, you know. I also like, it was like I fooled the teachers a lot because I was very expressive with my face. Mm-hmm. So I would like looked like I was a great fucking dancer. And then you look down and like, bitch doesn't even have her leg close to where it needs to be. Yeah. So, but my point with that is I felt the same way when I was like drinking too much, like in maybe my worst states. It's like you remember what it feels like to like fucking be super crazy, but I didn't enjoy at a certain point I stopped enjoying ballet. Yeah. So I was doing it like 5 days a week for 2 hours a night, and it was just like I was probably in the best shape of my life, but I just hated every second of it.
Oh yeah. Like I look back at my pictures of myself in high school and in college, and I was like, damn. Like ripped. Yes. Just the fucking Titan Games ripped. Yep. And I was like, never again.
But it's like, if you find something that you like now, it's like I'm really into this one guy. But even today, I ended up doing like a 30-minute, but I could have skipped it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll ride my bike later, and maybe I won't, you know? I don't know. Roller skating makes me really.
That's fucking awesome.
I love roller skating. I haven't been able to do it in like a week because I started working again, which is annoying. But
where are you working?
I work at an art gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's good.
It's annoying.
That's good.
Whatever. But when did you stop doing ballet?
Probably. So at like 14, they told me you're never going to be the best. So I kept dancing. They moved. There was like a lateral move. I was in the professional track. I think I was in like level 4A or something. Mm-hmm. And then they moved me to 5C, so that I was with like these girls that were older, but they weren't as good dancers. They were sort of like, these girls were just there to kind of have fun. Yeah. And so like the stakes kind of dropped. And then I started doing acting, and then in high school I did more of the plays and the speech and debate. But I missed like activity. Yeah. Everybody else was playing sports, and I was just like speaking too much. For a woman.
Oh, yeah. Rah. Shut up. Well, this has been a delight. Did we miss anything?
Probably. I'm a real whore. One time I let a club promoter that was dressed like a fucking Smurf jerk off on my stomach. That's one of the one of the lowest, right? That's got to be the worst thing you've ever heard.
Dressed like a Smurf.
He had on a bright blue bubble vest and a bright blue trucker hat. So again, let you know how fucking old I am. Matching, and this was one of the grossest things I've ever done, because it was like last call, end of the night, just like I couldn't find any dick. This fucking Smurf promoter was the best I could do. And he came home, we got him home, and I was like skeeved by him. I'm like, I don't even like, what are you doing? Yeah. And so I was kind of like pushing him off me. We were making out, and he's like trying to fuck me. I was like, I don't want to. And he's like, well, can I just fucking jerk off then? I was like, oh, fine. Ugh. That's the lowest part of my life right then. All right, we'll end there. Okay. I've decided. Yeah. Caitlin, do you have anything to plug? We live underground. We can't go outside anymore.
Oh, well,
I love that. Do you have anything to plug? Yeah, I'm fucking headlining all over the country. Like, shut up. Shut up. Just listen to my watch my stupid fucking cooking show before I kill myself.
you have a cooking show?
Cooking with Kerryn on Instagram. New one.
She plugged it.
She plugged it, bitch. She did it. And I was talking to my friend Mookie about them the other day, and he's like, they're not bad. It's just we don't need them. I'm like, you're my best friend.
You're like, well, that's also all of comedy.
I know. We're all throwing shit against the wall right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, fucking Andrew
doing
Schultz is the only one who seems to have the pulse on America or whatever.
You're doing great.
Whatever.
Okay,
Thanks,
Kerryn,
Caitlin.
you're
This
killing
was
it.
fun. This is
This
a great
was
idea.
fun. Thank you. Thanks for doing it.
No problem.
All right. Goodbye.
Good time, girl. Didn't do her.